10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to pick.
Behold the horn of Magnus.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Hi there.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to ban.
Omni-Knight.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Alliances turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to pick.
Rubik.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Death Prophet.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to pick.
Drow Ranger.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to ban.
Riki.
Dire team ban. Alliances turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Alliances turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Grimstroke.
You may now.
Lycan. Lycan.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Prepare for battle.
The next label play.
The next label play.
Contract complete.
哎，队友呢？队友嘞？哎，队友呢？队友呢？队友呢？
Yeah, thank you, Shiva. And looking at this draft, at the end of Game 3, Pycat and I were wondering what kind of carries we'd be seeing. Spectre, Anti-Mage, Faceless Void. Pretty much all of them were banned in that drafting stage, and we're left with Riki, Drow Ranger, Lycan, Pycat, Drow and Lycan. This is shades of the past. What do you think about Gambit's draft here?
Well, Gambit here, I'm
Bottom
sort of
is
liking
missing.
this last pick. It's gonna be...
30 seconds to battle.
Got the... Not that much D-push coming out of Alliance. They did add some with the last... I don't know, it's just... It might get a bit tough, like this Lycan is gonna tear down buildings pretty quick.
For a sneaky little play there. But yeah, also the fact that Lycan with Feral Impulse should be able to kind of regen through the harassment that DP brings. Spirit Siphon, Right Clicks, and Crypt Swarm make her somewhat of a lane dominator in terms of trading regen, but Lycan can actually match up against that, and like you said, with Empower, the ability to farm jungle, that Heavenly Grace is going to be a real tanky beast. But my main question is, we saw this hero a lot about a year ago, 2 years ago, the Helm of the Dominator, the Necro Book, a lot of these items got nerfed. Is it going to be the same kind of build with the mass summons to try and just keep that push going?
Definitely going for the book. Got it already queued up. Pretty good game for Necro Book too. We have quite a bit of spells that might deal damage to the Necro Book and in there, and it's nice to have the detection.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be very useful. A lot of these heroes.
Dire's
Very difficult for DP to type of get run at. Same thing goes for Grim.
And like you said, a lot of that kind of uncontrollable spill damage from Ghosts, from Viper and all that stuff. Magnetize, very difficult. We did see top lane a bit of mess there. Alliance had to TP back as they do try and secure the waves to drag around. And down bottom, Excess Vampire has a wave to himself, while between bottom tier 1 and tier 2, Malik and Nikobaby in another 1v1,
Dire's top tower
spreading
is
out
under
their
attack.
resources. Should give Magnus a pretty good time, but also Nikobaby should be farming reasonably freely there.
Feels
like all of these...
all the armor from him. You can take his. You can try to get some of his. Can't really harass.
Yeah, it's real hard, and you know, with a tango going 12 HP regen a second, very difficult to chip away at him little by little.
Yeah, you gotta be
Radiant's
careful.
bottom
Vampire has to
tower
be
is under attack.
top of you with very easily.
Yeah, he outputs a pretty decent amount of damage. And looking back up towards top, S4 being hounded here by Eine's Omni Knight. Does pop a mango to try and turn and fight. Heavenly Grace comes, but that purification and the Omni just solo kills the Viper. Handsken's now in a spot above. The Roshan's gonna come and hit him. Oh, Eine with a double kill. Is it happening? One more hit. Die to Roshan. Handsken try, but he can't do it. Doesn't get the job done. Eine with a double kill. Pose 5 Omni Knight. I never saw that one coming.
Best Omni Knight ever. I mean, yeah, he just man fights S4. S4 doesn't expect.
Boots first.
Expects the exactly 5 boots first.
Yeah, and now down bottom, there's the Inkswell combo you were mentioning. On top of Excess Vampire. Oh, Nikobaby, don't know if he's got quite enough damage. Did hold on to the second Blink Strike. Didn't commit for it, though. Back to the creep wave.
Dire's
Much more
middle
safe
tower
and
is
consistent
under
farm.
attack.
Now we can take a peek into
Stick
mid.
charges on the Rubik, but yeah, exactly. I was just about to say this mid lane is not really turning out the lane I kind of expected to be. Like you have a better time. Really good job so far at just pressuring Lore.
Yeah, 12
Yeah.
denies.
12 denies.
It's a pretty insane amount, but this is a hero that Limmp has definitely made his mark on. One of his signature heroes, really, the Death Prophet. While Lycan we don't see too much of, as FNG does get sniped out by that Magnus and the Rubik, while Nikobaby's trying, giving it a good shot to finish off the Magnus. Difficult though, even with tricks of the trade going. And he might actually be under threat of dying himself, but he gets the final Blink Strike, clears up the kill, as Rubik looks for the turnaround, and that smoke cloud won't be enough. As they do take down Ricky and Grimstroke in the bottom lane.
Empowered.
On top, Eine again, just battling with S4, he's gonna get it. Let's ksani take the last hit, but Handsken's already spent his roll. Oh, the cold, the frost arrows, slow him down. I don't think ksani can close the gap enough here. Eine just salving. Look at him go! Purification in a second. He's got him. He's got him. He might die under tower, but he bloody got him. Wait, does he? No, he doesn't. He does not survive. Jeez! What an absolute monster! What happened to Rubik? Died to creeps. Oh, he died to the bottom tier 2. He went to kill himself.
This mid lane though is Limmp is 1,000 gold ahead of this Lycan, who is bottom 3 net, forced to go in. Limmp is just having greatest of times.
Yeah, he really is. It's all going to be about that necro timing though for Lorenof. When he makes that first rotation really with the necro book and the shapeshift, you mentioned it, the ability to gap close onto any of these heroes really does make Alliance suffer.
And his
First
TP is
catapult
also,
waves.
it's a very nice hero to deal with silence, the silence, and the can be quite devastating for an Omni Knight.
I mean, what is it? 3 seconds level 1 up to 6 at level 4. We've started seeing a few more little casual points at kind of level 7, level 8. You do want to catch some of these heroes off guard.
S4.
Yeah, he's dropping under that tier 1 again. I was peering in towards mid because both Handsken and FNG have made the move in. They want to really shut down the
Radiant's
Lycan and
top
make sure he
tower is
doesn't
under
hit his
attack.
timing. The Star Observer should have spotted it all coming. Handsken with a kick and the roll, but Lorenof, very wise, TP out. No more stuns.
Is under attack.
And he's back to his tier 2, safe and sound.
Yeah, you would have
Dire's
needed the
middle
stroke of
tower
fate,
is under
the Inkswell there on.
Regeneration. The armor.
eine is having such a freaking good game. Like, he might die here, but he's dragged the wave, stopped the push, stolen the regen rune, nearly denies to Roshan, but Limmp will finally shut down that nonsense while Handsken's being chased by a couple of wolves. Roll away, secures his safety from the
Dire's middle
Rubik.
tower is under attack.
This series, it's been scrappy, it's been back and forth. It's been really a challenge for me to get a read on exactly what's happening, what the flow of the game is going to be. Both teams definitely on edge, trying to find any weaknesses that they can try and exploit. And it seems like, so far, Limmp 42 and 18, combined 60 CS with over 3,000 net worth. Ricky just behind the DP.
Radiant's top
Alliance with a
tower is under
good
attack.
start to the laning stage.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Very nice start. The real concerning part for them is that's in draw range all 6 with the treads, double rage back, close to level 7. For S4.
Yeah, that's why they're rotating FNG and Handsken up here. I think you've called it. Alliance want to try and alleviate some of that pain from him. But again, the Omni Knight frontlining and a sidestep from ksani does get away from the roll, but with Inkswell still connecting. Oh, never mind. Heavenly Grace is there from eine, and ksani safe to go back into the jungle. Clear through some of those camps. And that leaves Magnus and Ricky in a 1v1 bottom. Still the same kind of scenario where you're saying you can't really harass or kill Nikobaby, but Malik's just going to get that farm trade going for himself.
Lorenof now has the book flying out too. Only going to be the book 1, but still, if you ever kind of if there's a stun nearby, if the Rubik is there or station with Magnus, then double damage.
And some big juicy stacks in the triangle. Triple camp on the Ancients, a little stack there on the large camp. So when Drow Ranger wants to actually shift down into the triangle, she's got plenty of gold waiting to be collected.
Further his now 1.5k ahead of the Lycan at 8 minutes in.
Oh wow. Yeah, a pretty insane lead. And neutral items dropping as well. Arcane Ring there for Limmp. Faded Brooch for the Drow along with a Keen Optic. Give the Optic to the Rubik, I assume. As a smoke with Rubik Lycan.
I would like to see the Lycan go through.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Could also
attack.
be.
And Limmp pops Exorcism. Omni Knight behind that tower, but the shapeshift with the wolves sprinting towards the Death Prophet. No one really here to back them up. The stun is there. Telekinesis lift up, and that is a big pick-off. Defending the tower, wasting Exorcism, and killing Limmp at the same time. And there we go, back into Tip Central.
Yeah, we saw how this went last time, though. You gotta be careful with those.
Dire's middle tower is under
Definitely a
attack.
very big kill. This helped the Lycan come a lot closer to the. Put him at the.
Yeah, they're doing the staggered tips now, leaving one player out as Malik does get taken down, and that roll from Handsken should secure them the double. Nikobaby will gather up excess Vampire. A good little dive in behind that tower, but this, more importantly, allows
Radiant's
FNG to
middle
walk up the
tower
high
is
ground,
under
spot
attack.
the stacks, but can they take? They can't take them here, can they?
Nah, I don't really have any heroes. Stacks are not really.
Maybe if they wait long enough, they'll find the Drow. A very wise movement from ksani. Not going into the triangle. Leave it to Malik to maybe tank it up as they Inkswell and roll. Not quite on the mark there. A couple of bounty runes will be available for Alliance, though.
What have we here?
And this gives a bit of room for S4 now to move towards Rod of Atos. He did go for this urn, the early item build we see quite often on the Vipers.
Dire's top tower
eine
is
chased
under
down, has a TP scroll. He's just going to use it there, but he might be dead before he lands. That was very close.
Perfectly calculated, wasting that extra siphon charge. He knew exactly how that was gonna end.
Oh, he absolutely knew. While down bottom, Malik is soulbound to nobody, so he just cleaves through onto that FNG Grimstroke. And again, Gambit securing this safe spot for someone to come back and farm into.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And now we're starting to see, you know, that big gap that DP and Riki had. The gap's being closed. Drow Ranger nearly at 5k. Lycan should be able to get himself up there as well as his Necro 2 is ready. And I roll onto him. Gets a shapeshift off in time, and there's the Guardian Angel. Eine turns around, and a 3-man RP. Malik just walked into it. Ksani with a double kill, and now they're going to die for more. S4 and FNG is being chased down. The Wolf is hungry. He wants the Grimstroke. It's only a couple of hits to get to the middle of FNG, and he is munched to pieces. Now S4 is isolated. It's a 5-man wipe. All off the back of Alliance playing into that tanky Lycan. Got off his shapeshift just in time, and Malik, he walks it in.
I'm not sure how you get to walk in it.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Kind of
like
kind of strange he just gets to walk it in, but before it happens and they have a ton of damage. But of course you see all the damage coming out of that Lycan and that fight that was have the book 3 right now, and all of a sudden he is ahead of the Death Prophet.
Yeah, like my eyes saw the Magnus, but my brain refused to accept that he'd literally just walked into the middle of 3. Insane stuff from Gambit yet again. Reacting to Alliance's movements. Now a 2k lead for themselves, still with that backup farm of the Ancients and the Triangle ready for the Drow Ranger. And Riki still scouting, hunting for anybody that's in that vicinity. But it's like this mind game where Gambit are like, hey, we have stacks over here, and Alliance are getting sucked in. A lot of heroes converging and wasting resources to try and find anybody.
Dire's structures.
Yeah, they're really looking for those stacks. Ooh, they stole an Inkswell.
Let's see if they can use it as the roll off the mark. Rubik gets the lift and maybe a skewer. No, kick back Malik and focus the tier 1 instead. Get that exorcism going. Still only level 1 ulti on the DP though, which feels a little bit rough, but they get the objective regardless. And they see the Riki. Omni Knight there yet again, frontlining. And that's still an Inkswell, but looks like Gambit want to retreat. They don't want to force a fight around these Ancients. Give up the life of the Omni Knight here as they try and move towards that FNG Grimstroke with a couple of wolves. And he'll be safeguarded by the rest of Alliance now.
They're just waiting for the... They were just waiting for Lycan's ult. Now they might just go through.
At long last. And where's the Riki sitting? Diffusal Blade is a recipe away, 700 gold, so that's going to be just over a minute or so. Death Prophet with that Yule Scepter.
The thing about that's nice also about this book is
because you can click on the portraits at the top. Or you can click on the Cyclone itself. There's cool little things with like Oracle you can do with Fortune's End as well. And the Helm of the Dominator Purge Creep, the little
Radiant's
Santa.
bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom tier 1 for Gambit.
Radiant structures are
Necro book.
they mentioned also Drow going for this Pike first item. You know, that's not necessarily a bad thing for Drow Ranger. It's quite a natural item
Dire's top
buy for this
tower
hero.
is under attack.
Go straight for this
Bottom
Pike.
tower
Gonna be able
has
to deal with it.
fallen.
Gonna be able to get away from some of these silences, the Earth Spirit, everything.
Oh, that's a really great point. Like, what, you push away the Riki, you get away from Nether Toxin, Smoke Clouds, you know, you've got the DP with these Spirit Siphons, Inkswell. There's so many, I don't know about like finicky, but definitely close window spells that Alliance want to be able to execute, you know, within seconds, and that Hurricane Pike can definitely mess things up a little bit there.
Yeah, of course.
We see the
if you get to the Nullifier on the Riki, potentially it can be dangerous for. I feel like their timing is earlier than letting this Riki get to this fire. I think they want to apply as much as they can over the next.
Yeah, and try and utilize S4 a little more. Plus 400 gold off. That's going to give them that added bit of catch. Stay on top of the Lycan especially.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now Lycan is toe-to-toe with the DP in that world. Gambit utilizing the map very nicely, and onto this tier 2 they go. Glyph and Nether Toxin clears out the creep wave. Forces Gambit back, and we can see the rest of the map. Riki and DP have got a lot of free space to maneuver into.
There's another wave bottom.
Radiant's
should be
bottom tower
down.
is under attack.
A lot of towers here. Like and draw
Dire's
combo.
top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Malik trying to walk it in again. Arcanes and Mech moving towards the Blink next.
bounty.
Keep that sustain going for these extended pushes. And even a 4-man smoke. They want to find the DP on her way back from that mid lane, but it looks like they were just scouted. Smoke breaks on the Lycan, and yeah, Alliance, they fall away. Get to that strategic point up on their high ground near the triangle. But it is this very systematic tower by tower. The dominoes are toppling, and Gambit reaping the rewards.
Alliance
may be thinking about
at keeping up their farm. You see the net worth not really increased. Alliance are back, Limmp and job at splitting. Whenever there's a push, you park these Vipers. So they the push, have these other farming.
And that kind of open map versus closed map. Gambit, the 5-man heavy strategy is they do catch Lycan, Atos, but the save from Omni Knight is always going to be there. And now Alliance thinking about chasing forward, but do they really want to? The roll forward from Handsken, he definitely wants in. Magnetize still keeps going, Lycan half HP. Magnus ready and waiting though, he wants an RP, he's got mech, he's got skewer, and he goes straight on in. The 3-man, no! Yule's up, he's cancelled out, silenced by the Grimstroke, but they're still getting the kills they need. Handsken down and S4 follows, into the grave they go. They will finally find Lorenof though. Ricky takes him down, and the Tricks of Trade is there, but an RP straight on his head. Poor Nikobaby being zapped down by the Drow Ranger. They should have enough damage to finish him off. Now they've got it with a Crypt Swarm from Vampire. Alliance, yes, they get the Lycan, but losing 3 in the exchange just doesn't feel good.
No, at the end of the day, it's a fairly even trade, at least if you look at the gold and XP. Just slightly Gambit favored. I think they managed to kill some of the books too, some additional gold. But you did lose your Riki. Drow is gonna be the one who scaling the top of the network. That was very quick reactions by eine there on the Heavenly Grace onto Lorenof.
And now paying the ultimate price as he does snatch away the regen rune, but dies for it.
The item by Limmp. Alliance, nice itemization by him, recognizing so much of their damage is gonna be help from a lot of that physical damage. Gonna help you out a lot in these fights.
I was really liking it, yeah. He's changed his mind though, it looks like, or at least for now. Might shift back into it. Casual plate mail into Aghanim Scepter. Not seen the Ags in a while. The little ghosts coming. Maybe allowing you to do a bit more damage to all these summons. Lift up onto Handsken. And they've got the gust to silence him up. Oh, that Drow does a lot of damage. Atos towards Lycan as S4 holds the high ground. They don't really have the follow-through to deal with Lorenof though, and Ricky jumps in aggressively. Tricks the trade back as the Lycan shapeshift, sprinting in, but the Yules is there. Cancel out the aggression, the initiation, but they've got the dust to reveal. The Necrobooks spot the Ricky, and they clear up Nikobaby. Alliance are falling apart. S4, again, left isolated, and the Drow just pummeling into them. The long-range artillery from the multi-shot, and now right-clicking into Limmp. They've found the DP. Lorenof just needs a few more swipes, and it's a triple kill for the Lycan, with Roshan open for them. I think they can get tier 2 and maybe back into Roche.
Gonna go for the safe play to just go into, not wait for any respawn timers, maybe get the hunted down a buyback on Limmp. Gonna go for the safe Roche here. Yeah, you can see the Lycan is dealing, yes, crazy amounts of damage, and also the Heavenly Grace is such annoying thing.
Roshan has fallen to the dust.
Oh, Soulbind. It's just an excess vampire. Omni Knight trying to heal him up. Might be successful actually, but S4 finds Omni as Handsken, yeah, rolls back in. Excess vampire, he blink strikes high ground. Finally Nikobaby gets him, but once more a swift TP back by the Omni Knight. And this Howl on Lycan, you know, it reworked quite a long time ago. But it's still like a difficult spell to...
Bottom lane.
Oh, in trouble?
In a lot of trouble here, no port.
Yeah.
Already used the skewer. Limmp commits down so, but it's well worth it. Can maybe apply a bit of pressure to this tier 1 down bottom.
Yeah, it's on about half HP. You can clear the wave and probably chip away another 20-30%. Gambit not going to defend, so yeah, you're right. Just straight up tier 1. Mid lane though, Nikobaby very low HP. And I think Gambit are desperately scrambling to try and get in towards the back lines. Look at Lorenof. He is hunting for him. Has the Necrobook out, and ksani takes down FNG as Nikobaby. The Blink Strike to S4 might just have enabled him to get away from this big angry wolf. Give away the Viper kill, though. And you've kept your Nikobaby Ricky alive.
It's
This
tough,
howl is
tough for Nikobaby. It's a Riki against this massive push threat with the summons. He doesn't have any way of summons. He's not the fastest farmer. You want to be finding pickoffs, but Gambit are just staying grouped up pretty much. Not easy for
Radiant's middle
It's like that
tower is
age-old
under attack.
like Storm conundrum. Storm and
Radiant
Ricky
structures are fortified.
always want that individual target split pushing somewhere that they can just go and solo kill. Especially in these long drawn-out team fights. Looking at Lycan Howl, armor reduction 8, attack damage reduction 40% though. So these right clicks from Ricky, they're being mitigated pretty heavily. And with Aegis still in hand, Drow Ranger feeling reasonably confident to take out that Radiant Triangle. And they do have to worry about maintaining their lanes and also the backstab from Alliance. Finding Lorenof, and where are the stuns? They don't find the Lycan. They've not caught him. He just TP's home. Leave the Omni Knight to die. That's a great trade for Gambit. Alliance trying to spread their efforts across multiple targets, but instead they get 2 supports, but they lose out on the bigger one.
Yeah, you're happy you kept your Lycan alive, and that's the danger of this throw. I mean, the shapeshift, it's quite a long cooldown. Even at the level 3-5 seconds, it's quite the long duration. You really want to get that
Yeah.
timing on the... Can't play the map more. Also really want this blink. It's gonna be 100 gold away.
Dire's top tower is under
Super close
attack.
to it. Looks like he
Dire's
wants to try and
structures are
defend.
fortified.
Clearing out the waves top tier 2. Yeah, just a shockwave and a glyph will mean that Alliance can't stick around. And smoking up from the mid tier 2. Both big cores. Drow and Lycan with the Omni Knight with them. Where are they heading off to? There's no Roshan to sneak. Mid lane's kind of across the river on the Dire side. They do have vision though in the triangle, so it looks like they're trying to play into the vision they've got. And Malik, ready with that blink. Would be nice to have another... Oh, they do have another smoke. Ribic could very well just smoke up himself and the Magnus behind them.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Use this
attack.
surprise
Dire's
blink
top
dagger.
tower is under attack.
No way of getting on top of that Drow Ranger right now. She's the only one showing.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Very spooky for Alliance to try and initiate. So they've got to find a different way in.
The armor have
Dire
Yeah,
are
while the
scanning.
Aegis is still in. Not really any point. Want to be taking these fights when you... Or if you can somehow manage to burst through the Lycan before he can pop his ult, or just make him low enough that he can't join the fight. Sort of the that you can find fights right now.
Yeah, they're able to, through wolves
Radiant's
and
top
through
tower
these
is
observer
under
wards that
attack.
Ina's been placing down, keep tabs on the majority of Alliance with all this superior vision that Gambit have.
Radiant's top tower
Like right now,
is
process of elimination, they draw the big old arrow because they know that the only place Alliance can actually farm is down in that bottom right-hand corner of the map.
Dire's top tower
Aegis
is
reclaimed,
under
though.
attack.
Evens the playing field a little bit as Limmp shows mid lane, the smoked Lycan sprinting forward, exorcism forced out. And shapeshift there, he dodges off to the side and the roll of the Drow Ranger. They do find a catch with Handsken there, but the Guardian Angel comes to save and an RP. Now into play from Malik, finds Limmp, and it looks like the secondary target of FNG will be shredded by the Drow. S4 is falling, and it feels like this game is slipping out of control. Alliance just cannot stand up against this Lycan and Drow.
Yeah, it's sort of the no AoE, no deep push. This Magnus, he only needs to find one target, and that is Limmp. If he ever
Radiant's
gets this
middle
RP
tower
onto
is
Limmp and
under
Limmp
attack.
dies, then Alliance can no longer fight back. This is your tank, this is your damage dealer. There doesn't really have a place in this game. He can't deal with all these summons, he can't deal with all the damage. There's no real good target for him when all of these heroes are stuck.
Radiant's middle tower.
Him looking very hard for Alliance.
Radiant's
Yeah,
middle
this last pick,
barracks are
Lycan.
under attack.
One of the strongest timing heroes paired with Drought Ranger as well. And having that backing of the Omni Knight, just substantial amounts of sustain, push, and teamfight presence thanks to this Magnus with the RP. Handsken. Oh, he is scrambling for something. Anything. Give me some scraps. The bottom of the barrel is that Omni Knight. They can finish him off. Yeah, they'll find him. The rest of Alliance arrive. Viper and DP with Nikobaby there. Collateral damage. His own teammates are tipping him.
Yeah, I mean, they don't actually finish the Rex in the middle lane, which is sort of, it's both, you know, it's like a double-edged sword. I think it shows that they have composure, that they believe that they're just the kind of game to just play, you know, maybe no opportunism, but they show some composure here. We don't need this Rex right now to win the game. We don't have to throw a bunch of bodies and a bunch of heroes, maybe put Alliance back in the game. We'd rather just take it slow. No, we're gonna win these couple fights.
Yeah, and judging by the way the last couple of fights have gone, it's definitely a good decision. FNG got skewered back in. Picked off there, dead for 30 seconds. And it's another good opportunity here where it looks like, you know, Gambit are going to have two lanes pushing into mid and bottom lane. But you've always got the thought of Roshan in the back of your head. 30 seconds until fast spawn. Also the fact that Gambit, only one ward left on the map that's expiring in, well, now. That Radiant Triangle no longer under vision.
Dire's top tower is under
towards
attack.
Butterfly, at which point damage is high. You don't really want to buy an MP on the Riki right now. You want to get to this Nullifier. That's one of the more important items in the game. Also, with Roche about to respawn, it could be playing against like it with Chi, Power Ranger, Aegis, Butterfly, etc. That push is going to be very, very difficult.
They need to do something drastic. Wrapping around as far as they can, but I believe Gambit have seen the ghosts flying. They know the DP's there, and the smoke pops. Dire Observer Ward can get cleared up as that Radiant Obs and Sentry get plonked down.
No buybacks for Alliance.
Roshan is alive.
Radiant's top
Gambit
tower
want the more
is under
secure
attack.
play of the tier 2s and, you know, Dire side playing into this Radiant high ground. You can do that nice double-pronged attack into the top and the mid.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Want to be able to fight for this role. None of your cores have.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
All one.
Ricky in his room. Stances up the Omni Knight, slow him down, pops the Essence Ring. He's still silenced, but he gets off. That Guardian Angel and ksani slays Handsken. Nikobaby's gone to Lorenof. Gambit are just absolutely screwing with the game plan of Alliance here, shredding through every hero they find. Limmp will fall right outside the Roshan pit. That's Aegis and Cheese for Gambit, and with no buybacks outside of Handsken, who's the lone hero left on the map, it was a 5-man wipe in the end.
Yeah, you
Roshan has
buyback.
fallen to the Dire.
Can't really think. Now, Butterfly about to be complete.
Coming to an end.
It's gonna last for that much longer.
Radiant's middle barracks are under
Yeah,
attack.
it's the fact that it's Drow and Lycan, right? It's not just, we can pick off one core and the fight will go all right. You go on one of them and the
Radiant's
secondary
top
has so
tower
much
is
damage
under
behind them. The Grove Bow or Titan Sliver for the Drow Ranger. And she's level 19.
Radiant's middle barracks
Takes down these buildings with ease. Hefty structural damage there and a skewer back. Catching. Beautiful pick-up if they can find it. The Tricks of the Trade buys a little bit of space for Nikobaby. And the rest of Gambit wondering if they really want to stick around here. But Nikobaby's actually blinked forward aggressively into them. Puts the smoke screen down, but ksani beyond godlike. The streak continues. That Tricks of the Trade, well, buddy, let me tell you now. Not going to last too long. Dead for 50 seconds. Alliance down 2 heroes, neither of which with buyback. And Gambit are on your door.
structures are fortified.
Yeah, I think this is about it. you have no buyback on
Radiant's
any of the
bottom
dead
tower
heroes right
is
now.
under
They're
attack.
just gonna take the
Radiant
space. You have a
structures
G still on the
are
Lycan if you want to go for the bait. Try to Aegis on. He's got the butterfly.
Radiant's
Maybe you bring him down once, but
Dire's bottom tower
it's not really
is
gonna
under
change all
attack.
that much. You can go through this bottom racks. You can just top if you don't care about
Radiant's
anything.
bottom
Lycan has ult
barracks are
ready.
under attack. Radiant's
Mentally
bottom
prepare for game
barracks
5.
has fallen.
2 lanes of barracks for Gambit. No signs of slowing. Up towards top we go.
Radiant's top tower is
And
under attack.
you said it a fair few minutes ago, the composure, right? Oh my god, Limmp. Skewered back into the drow, just did not last long. But the composure of Gambit there, going for the lanes of barracks, not, screwing things up and going straight for tier 4s or looking to close out the game too soon.
Victory.
And GG is called as Gambit tie things up yet again, 2-2 in its best of 5, and we're going to go to the final match.
Going all the way. That's the only way, you know?